Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Unavoidable, Adventures in Aging, where Sue and Shan, two Midwest, well-past middle-aged sisters, discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of aging. With a little humor, a little heart, and occasionally a little frustration, we'll explore the unavoidable adventures we experience as we move into our golden years. Yeah, golden years, my ass. Just a note to our listeners, this podcast reflects the opinions and experiences of Sue and Shan. The main purpose of this podcast is intended to entertain. So we think that we are recording.
We think we're recording. Okay. Silly us. Okay.
Yeah, tonight we are going to, again, it's a little break in our series on retirement. I hope you were with us last week for Chaz and Ellen. They did an amazing job.
They did, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, and they just jumped right into it. It was like they'd been sitting here with us every week.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was so much fun. We're going to do more of those, and of course, then we fed them too afterwards. So anybody who wants to be on, let us know.
Yeah, well, we've got a drink or two for you. We've got dinner.
We had dinner, and we have us.
That's right.
Can't want any more than that.
No lose, or what's win.
It's a win.
Yes.
There you go.
So we had to come up with a topic for today, and I was, again, sitting at work and just thinking of a couple different things, and I saw something that reminded me of how younger generations complain about the older generations. Mm-hmm. What I put in was complaints about boomers.
Okay.
And what came up more than the other part of that was complaints that boomers have.
Oh, okay.
About what's been going on. And I thought it was interesting because it ties in a lot with the things that we have talked about on other shows.
Yep. Boomers being, because we have a little chart and I have it over there.
Yes, I'm glad you
did.
did.
So boomers being those that were born between 1946 and 1964. Okay.
Definitely us. Now, a couple of these also would apply to Gen Xers who go from 65 to 82, and even millennials, I think, 81 to 95. But mostly us, just the boomers. One of the first things they mentioned was just the rising cost of living. Something that we're concerned about.
Very much. I'm just going to do that. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
I wasn't talking into my microphone very well. Okay. Those of us who are retired, we're living off investments if we invested wisely as we were going through the workforce and everything, but mostly Social Security. And Social Security is feeling less and less secure.
Yes.
And another thing with cost of living, and I hadn't thought about this side of it, for homeowners especially. You're trying to downsize, and a lot of people, when they hear downsize, they're also thinking of maybe selling what they have and buying something else.
Yeah.
And the market's kind of iffy right now.
The market's iffy. I don't know if it said this. The other thing, and I've had this conversation with my neighbor next door, Connie, we both have very nice houses, and she's been in hers for a very long time. And her friends always say, oh, you need to downsize. You need to downsize. And she said, why would I sell my house and then earn some money off of it because it's accrued or because it's...
I have no idea.
It's worth more than it once was.
Okay. Okay. Appreciated?
Yes, it's appreciated.
Okay, thank you.
Sell it and then turn around and buy something smaller for the same price.
Exactly.
Because that's what those houses are.
Yes.
They're the same price as what we could possibly get out of our house.
Yeah.
And Connie's this way, we're this way. We are living in houses that we can age in. Because it's 2 steps into the house, our bedroom, our bathroom, the laundry, the kitchen, the living room are all on the main floor.
Yeah.
So we don't, and we both have garages, so we don't have to go upstairs or downstairs. So we can live here for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, why use all that money to get something less?
Yeah, yeah. That makes so much sense.
I know.
See, and with age comes wisdom.
Oh, yes, there you go.
And then another thing about this in that same light was that some people are now feeling stuck where they are.
Oh.
because they do want to get into something smaller, something more accessible, something with less rooms, less,
Yeah, so you
to
have
take
less
care of.
cleaning.
Yeah.
And around here, they're really, I'm sure other places there might be, but to me, because we just had to put in a new furnace and air conditioner.
Oh, yeah.
So in my mind, if we were to ever downsize, I'd love to go into a rental where you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah.
But in our community, there isn't a nice rental that would
Exactly.
be like our house with the garage and all the
Oh, yeah.
wonderful bells and whistles.
Yes.
There just isn't.
Yeah. And like you've said so often, you don't have the same neighbors.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you have such an amazing
We
neighborhood.
do. I don't want to lose our neighbors.
Yeah. That you know each other and you talk to each other and you party and
Yeah.
Okay, another thing is supporting your children.
Okay.
And you know what this, and it was talking about nowadays a college education does not guarantee a good living.
Yeah.
So our children who have gone to college had every intention of getting jobs that they would love and that they could live on. We were able to do that. We
Right.
could afford a house. We could afford
Right.
to start a family. We could afford so many of those things because it was the payoff between your degree and the job that you got was doable, and it's not.
Right. And I think you and I both, we took out loans for our college education.
Oh, yeah.
But it
Nothing
was
like-
nothing to pay
No.
it back. So for our kids, it's, Erin has said, she'll probably never be able to afford to buy a house.
Yeah, exactly.
She would love to, but to pay off her college loans is her big expense.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are in that same boat. They can't buy a house even if they
No.
wanted to.
No. And whatever job they go after, wherever they want to live, that's foremost in their mind is, can I afford that and my college loan?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I borrowed more than maybe $18,000.
Oh, probably not. That's probably more. I bet you didn't
probably
even do that much.
more.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 8.
I wonder.
And I remember too, my payments were, I've got 8 on the brain. I think my payments were $81.46, something like that.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes. Yes.
I
Mine
could
were
do that.
$58 and some odd
Yeah.
cents. Yeah.
So it was doable for us.
Exactly.
Today, it's ridiculous. And they're paying on interest longer than they
Yes.
are actually paying the principal on those loans.
Exactly.
And it's almost impossible for them. I
It
don't
is.
know how some of them
Yeah, I don't either.
start those
I agree.
with all that.
I agree.
And so a lot of children are either asking for help with
I
money
see.
or they are returning home
Yep.
to keep things easier.
My
And
kids don't like me that much.
I know, I don't
They
think my
they
son
go
does.
live with you or Shelley. I think they go.
Yeah.
I'm not going home, Mom. God no, I couldn't stand that.
And remember when we were, and we've talked about this too, when we were in high school, you hit that senior year and
God.
you are chomping at the bit. You cannot wait to get
The
out
door.
of this town.
Yes.
And now,
Well, and out of the house, I
Yeah.
was so ready.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was just so ready.
yeah. And even high school, kids don't have that college debt yet, but mom and dad have been paying for everything
They have.
forever. So why should they?
Why move? Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. Oh, anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
I couldn't decide if this is me complaining about my life or me complaining about my kids, but keep going.
Yeah.
I don't complain about my kids. I have to tell you.
Oh,
we
no.
don't.
We really do.
We both are
have
very
it
lucky.
that all 4 of us have really good kids.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, here's a squirrel,
Oh, okay.
and it's still on kids. Scott's granddaughter, our
Uh-huh.
niece,
Yeah.
she has been involved in dance and musical theater from the time she was little. And she just sent out a notice that she is playing Mary Poppins
I know.
in, it's Colorado Springs
Right. It just said Colorado Springs
Theater Company?
Theater
Performing
Center or
Arts. Yeah.
Performing Arts Center
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just a shout out to Liza. Good
Good
job.
job, Liza.
Yeah.
Love
she's
it.
Very talented.
Yes.
And so is her mom. Tony, I'm sure you are too, but not in the same way.
No.
Okay. Traditional values are eroding.
Yeah.
And again, this is something we've talk about. We were raised in a pretty conservative, strict atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to wrap our minds around, although I think we've done a good job in it, as far as accepting everything that's going around. Going
yes.
on around.
Around us.
All the
Yeah.
new freedoms and all of that. But for some boomers, that's hard.
Yeah.
And this is where you get into a lot of, when I was a kid.
And it's kind of like when we spoke with Aaron and we talked about that language barrier. I'm sure that in the same way, some older people, that barrier is not just language, but it's also the actions of younger
Exactly.
people or
Yes.
the lifestyles of younger people. And some boomers, they can't accept it, or they're, yeah. And
Highly critical.
yeah.
Highly
And it
critical.
creates that bigger wedge in between them because and of course, no matter what we say, our parents were saying, "Oh, that new generation, I just don't understand
I
them."
know.
And their parents said, "Oh, that new generation, I just don't understand them."
Yeah.
So it will always be that way.
That's right.
That we just don't understand them.
Yeah, but if you want to maintain that connection, that relationship with your kids and the younger generations, you've got to be
Understanding, accepting, and not critical. Go with the flow.
Right. Keep your criticism to your little old lady groups when
There you go.
when they're doing a podcast and
Yeah.
drinking beer, then
Yeah,
they can
you just
sit
send it
around
to
and
us,
complain
and
about
we'll say
them.
it.
Okay. Okay, here's a good one, and we're not going to dwell on this too terribly much
Oh, dear.
because we could do the whole rest of the show on this.
Oh,
is
dear.
political strife.
Oh gosh.
And that every damn day something else hits and you think, what more? What more? And there's always more the next day.
And when you talk, and we won't go too deeply, but at the same time, I've had to explain to our children that it used to be you could have been a Democrat, I could have been a Republican, and we still would have got along.
Exactly right.
And we say this of Tim's dad. Tim's dad was very conservative, Republican, always had been.
Yeah.
And his best friend was a liberal Democrat.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were best friends.
Yes.
Best friends. And they would talk politics, and they could talk politics.
Right.
But now it has created such a
There's such
horrific.
Yes. Such a division.
Yeah.
And it's not just we have a difference of opinion and that's fine. That's cool. Now it's I am right and you are wrong
and you're bad and,
and
you're
bad,
yeah.
good. Yes, we've got all of those
Yes.
those little adjectives attached to it
yeah.
now. That
Just because I feel one way or do
Yeah.
something, it doesn't mean I'm a
Yeah.
bad person. But yeah, that currently is what's happening. Is that division between the
Yeah,
two. I
yeah.
did see a thing on Facebook. I'm not sure if I can remember it, but it had to do with that we must learn that Democrats are the left wing and Republicans are the right wing. And without both wings, an eagle cannot soar.
I saw that one.
And I thought, we got to have both.
Yeah.
And we got to work together. Okay,
Otherwise,
next one.
We're going to rip that sucker in half and he's just going to
Bird
fall to the
He's going to fall and drown. God.
Okay, on from political
We saw
strife.
a eagle, now that I say that, when we were in Maine.
Oh.
And the house that we were staying at, it was
Yeah.
overlooking on a lake.
Oh my God.
And we were sitting on the sunroom part of it. And all of a sudden, one of us said, "Oh my gosh, I think it's an eagle." And sure it was. He just soared past us and came back around and soared the other way. And later we found out that there were some nests that were happening around this lake.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got to see him. He was not very far away.
I used to see him quite a bit when I lived on the farm. There's that little
yeah.
lake
Oh,
there.
yes.
There were eagle nests all around.
Oh, wow.
And you would see them all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling
It is a very
when
nice
you
feeling.
see them.
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of floating through
Yes.
the air and
With his right wing and his left wing.
yeah,
Okay, go.
Yes, and he's all balanced.
He's balanced.
Yeah.
He
He's
soars.
not flying in circles.
No, he soars.
That's right. Okay, this was more for people, definitely more for people who hadn't retired yet, and it was the changing workplace structure.
Oh,
hierarchy in the workforce is not the same. It used to be very top down,
Yes.
and now it's every which way.
That it is. Yeah, true.
And which I think is a better thing, that everybody has a say, but it can also be total chaos when nobody's in charge.
True.
Then everybody thinks they're in charge.
Yes.
And
And it's that big difference. It's that team thing.
Yes.
We may have even gotten a little tired of hearing that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you need to be a team. But that team is what will make it be
Right.
successful.
And just the other word was collaborative.
Oh, yeah.
And that started to be a big deal in teaching. You know, when I first started out, of course, I first started out in a little one-room country schoolhouse. It was my way or the highway or the dirt road, actually.
And you didn't have to worry, because if you were about to tell a kid he was out of there, his parents would have been there in a split second.
That's
to
right.
reprimand him and tell him, no, you sit down, you do what she says.
Exactly.
But,
yeah. And I didn't have to collaborate with the music teacher and the PE teacher and the specials classes, and
You
it was
were.
me. It was
You
like,
were the PE
okay,
teacher,
we're
the art
doing
teacher.
social studies. Put that away. We're going to do art now.
Yeah.
I didn't have to collaborate with anybody. But it really was better in a school when we did start to do that, because then you're pulling on everybody's expertise. And you'd have that one kid, you had no idea what to do with them.
Exactly.
And you could either talk to their teacher from last year to see what worked, or just find out from other teachers what's worked for you in the
What was
past with
working.
other students. So it's a good thing that's happening.
And I thought maybe you were going with the thought, when you're talking about the workplace, how in our day, you got a job and you held on to that same job
yes, you
until you
did.
retired.
That is right.
It isn't how things go now. It's not uncommon for them to move from one job to a different job, different company,
Completely different career
different career.
if they want to.
That's a big change from our time to
Yeah,
their time.
It doesn't have that permanence anymore, that
Yes.
if you started out as a shoe salesman, you were still going to be a shoe salesman when you were 60.
Exactly right.
I didn't think of that part. Now, a lot of these I just pulled right out of the article, but
Hey, at least we had something.
Yeah.
We haven't been together for a couple weeks.
I know.
And
we
so
haven't.
we haven't even been able to talk or
No.
anything. So we'll do that after we're done.
Yeah. No, I think probably the biggest even texting conversation we had was trying to figure out if that was Rayola on the plane to Chicago.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
Did you
That
find
was-
something? Yeah.
It was him.
It was him?
It was him. And the reason Tim knew it was because he sat, so this is the Husker quarterback, by the way, everybody, and he was just on the other end of the side of the aisle and one row up. And so I could see Tim kind of looking over, over
Yeah.
the seat and stuff. And so then when we got off, he sent a message to our brother-in-law and said something about, wonder where he's going or something. I said, are you sure it's him? He said, oh, I know it's him because he was watching game film.
Oh.
And he knew what he was watching. Tim knew what he was watching. So it was.
Okay.
It was him.
We still don't know what he was doing in
No,
Chicago.
but he was there Saturday, so we're okay.
That's right.
He played and he
we're
played
good
well.
with that. So that was a little squirrel right there, but
I forgot about that, yeah.
yeah. Okay. And we've talked a lot about technology. But technology in the workplace. The boomers aren't as naturally intuitive. I love that with technology as the younger generation is. It takes us longer to catch on. And thank goodness a lot of them have patience with us, but there are those who don't. And so, yeah, that can affect how.
And even as we age, I find, because I considered myself very technical, because
Yeah.
at school, of course, we had apples, and I
Yes.
helped with that quite a bit when I subbed. And even now, it's becoming more and more difficult to, like an update, and it changes things. And it's like, why did you
Yes.
change? You don't need to change. It
I
worked for
knew
me.
that one.
Leave
Yeah.
it alone.
Update it for Mildred over there. She's
Yeah.
just learning. But keep your hands off mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it just gets harder and harder. I was telling Tim, he and I both need to truly learn how to do talk to text, because I know it would have made it easier for our mom and for Tim's mom,
Yeah.
as they aged, if they could have done talks to text,
Yeah.
talk to text.
Yes.
But I can also guarantee you, I didn't have the patience to teach either one of them, so it wasn't going to happen. So
bet
some of
not.
that stuff we need to learn.
Uh-huh.
Well, it'll change anyway. Who
I know.
knows?
I know.
Pretty soon the chip will be in our head. And
That's
we'll just
right.
say, then we can say, what the hell did I come into this room for?
Yeah.
And the little chip's going to go, oh, you were going to get a cup of coffee. Okay.
Okay. Do I still want a cup of coffee? I don't care. That's what I came here for. That's what I'm
Anyway,
going to get.
yeah.
And then just technology in general. And we have talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
Just in life with our, I don't know how many techno dorks we did, but I've talked to a few people who listen to our podcast and they say, yep, I'm a techno dork too. And
Yep.
just like what you were saying, there's so much to learn
Yes.
and so little time.
And I know of a few people that were older than I was that when technology really started coming into the workplace, they couldn't do it. And
Yeah.
they retired early or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They just couldn't do it, and or they just didn't want to do it. Either way, but it just wasn't going to work.
And that was a point that comes up here a little later. But so some of the other things that were mentioned, QR codes.
Oh,
People said, just show me a menu.
yeah.
Let me just read the menu. I don't want a QR code. I don't want
We did that in Denver, didn't we?
yes.
So one of the restaurant we were at, if you're going to see what the drinks list was, the
That's
beer on
right.
tap and all that kind of stuff. So one of the kids got it on there, and then they handed it
Pass
to
the
you,
phone
handed
around,
it to
yeah.
me, handed it to Tim, so we could order.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're using those for everything anymore.
True.
And apps, too.
Yes.
You know, that one of the comments in this article was, just let me pay my parking ticket at the kiosk or whatever.
Yes.
I
Oh, my
don't
gosh.
want to load that. Leslie's talked about that quite a bit when she goes to little places around there. You don't know if you paid for your car, the car next to you,
Or everybody in the
or
parking lot.
everybody.
Yeah.
Did you pay it all? Will they come after you?
I know, and we did that a lot when we were in Maine.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
pretty much all those cities, you had to pay for parking.
Yeah.
And probably the easiest one was a QR code. Right when you pull into the parking space, there's a big sign, and all I had to do was scan that code and then pay all of it. But I didn't have to worry. There wasn't a number for this thing because the QR went with my
Oh, sure.
car.
Okay. Yeah. So you didn't have to worry about the stall number
Yeah,
or
nope,
location
nope,
or.
nope.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pain in the wazoo.
Another electronic tickets. People want.
Oh, God.
Give me a paper ticket. Am I going to lose it? Maybe.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to get on the plane and my boarding pass is on my phone and I can't get it to come up and I've got 50 people behind me, and I usually get a paper.
I do too.
Boarding
We do
pass.
too.
Yeah.
We just do. It's on my phone. We could have scanned it on my phone, that kind of thing. But okay, so we flew to Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Maine, and back, and we go. And it used to be you just went right to the ticket counter.
Yeah.
And now you have to check your baggage and get the long strip that
Yeah.
you put onto your bags
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you go up there to the window. What did I save her? I saved her nothing.
I know. Yeah.
Why did I have to do that?
Yeah, because the first time I did that, I'm looking all over. I can't find it. It's puddled under the machine because
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming out of the bottom
Yes.
like that.
Why?
I
Why?
know it.
They've got all the people at the ticket counter.
Yeah.
What? Ugh.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. If even that.
It would take her 2 seconds. It
Right.
took us a good 20 minutes to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. And then once you get it printed up, I could never get the sticky part in the right place. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Give
Yeah.
me a stapler.
Exactly right. Jeez. People are better. They really are.
Yeah,
Let's have people
they
at every
are,
place.
And so many people need jobs now.
Yeah, so put them on there.
Bring them back. And this one comes up because AI is another one that comes up here
Oh.
pretty soon. But just difficulty accessing services.
Oh.
If I call a number, put me in touch with a real person who will
Yes.
then put me in touch with another real person. If you're going to do this or this, press 1, 5, 10, and then you forget which one it was you wanted, so you have to play them again. And it keeps taking you through more and more of those, and you're still not getting access to
Where
what
you
you
wanna
wanted.
be. Yeah. And the one thing they don't usually give you an option on is press this to talk to a real person.
And I've heard that if you just press 0, it will connect
does
you
it?
with a real person. I don't know.
I'll try it next time.
But yeah.
Just went through that with something. I can't even think what it was. Oh, it was when we were waiting for the shuttle at the airport. And I listened to the whole thing, and I hang up, and I can't remember what door they told me to go out.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So I got to do it again. And I put it on speaker so that Tim can hear it. And I believe he said, did they say door number blah, blah, blah? And I said, I don't know. That's what. So then we did it a third time.
Oh, no.
And we finally got to the right door.
Oh.
And he didn't pick us up from there anyway. But that's beside the point.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Still have to have a paper and pencil for everything.
Yeah.
So that.
Press 1 for.
Oh, yeah.
The other one. Please listen carefully as our menu items have changed.
Yes.
No, they haven't. They're
No,
the
they
same. They've been
were
there
the same.
10 years. So
Yeah.
just tell me I got to
Yeah.
press a button.
And we talked again. We were always talking about this stuff, but the ones where they'll say, "Please say blah blah blah," and you say it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. For this, please say blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
understand you.
Okay, Social Security not so secure anymore. Good or bad, we've come to rely on it.
Yeah,
I
we have.
have. Those of us who haven't planned as well as we should have for retirement in general.
Yep, life got in the way.
Yeah. And so is it going to be there? Is it not? I don't know. Just some backup information on that. Social Security was developed in 1935 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt,
Oh, okay.
and it was right at the end of the Great Depression.
Oh,
So they were trying to come up with a way, and in the beginning it was mostly elderly. It was also back then for the unemployed, and because the disability came along a little later. But anyway, since 1935, we've come to depend on it.
yeah, we have.
They've been taking all that money out every single month
Yeah.
and not using it for what it was designed for. So anyway, okay.
Yeah, we're skipping right over that one.
We are. Okay, ageism. Ageism. And this one,
What?
I just copied word for word what they wrote
Oh,
here.
you did copy all that. Look
I
at you.
did.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
Okay.
We've
yeah.
talked a lot about when we write it down, we
Yep.
learn better.
We do. Okay, ageism. Boomers fought very hard to climb the totem pole at work. But a lot of their accomplishments are being under-recognized, and many are being pushed out of the workplace.
No.
And this just has to do with work.
Okay.
There are other places where ageism,
Is happening.
yeah,
right.
they judge you because of how old they think you are, not because of what your true ability. Due to their lack of technology prowess, just talked about that, they are being undervalued and losing their key positions. Not being significant in the workplace, a place many of them built,
Oh,
is having a profound impact on their psyche.
yeah. Yeah.
So talk about a stab to your self-worth. And this comes in a lot with that, I used to be somebody.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I'm 71 years old doesn't mean that I can't do this and that anymore.
Exactly.
It's still within
But
me.
let me tell you, in Maine, obviously, older people are gold because you would not believe how many older people, waiter jobs, waitress jobs, are. Oh, we did a bus kind of thing, trolley, in Portland, I think it was. And the woman that was our driver, Janet and I are both, okay, now see, if she had, and she was in corporate America for 35 years. Then she worked up in Alaska driving a semi for 9 years. And now she's been here for 3 years. And we're like,
She's
gotta be-
104.
She's 104. 70 something.
Yeah.
And she said, somebody said, oh, you can get a job doing this. And she thought, are you kidding me? But she
Huh.
did. She got the job, and she was such a delight and
Yeah.
had so much information and everything
Yeah.
else. And she does that all winter, and then she goes down to Florida she does that all summer and goes down to Florida in the winter.
Oh, gee. We still have value.
We do.
Yeah.
Hire an old person. They'll show up to work and they'll work when they're there.
That's right. That's right. Okay, retirement doesn't mean retirement.
No, it doesn't.
Changing financial scene and rising cost of living. Many boomers are having to return to work in some capacity. And some people, even though they've retired, they're finding they need to meet the needs of their grown children or grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
Again.
Oh.
And
We hear that too of many households that may have 3 generations in them.
yes. Yeah.
For whichever reason, whether the oldest ones needed help financially or the youngest ones did, who knows?
Yeah.
But it's not uncommon anymore to have 3 generations in a household.
And that's probably a throwback to even earlier times too, where the family farm.
True.
They had mom and dad owned it and the kids worked it, and then the mom and dad got too old to work it, so the kids moved up, then they had kids. So
built another house on the farm so that the kid had someplace to raise his family.
Yeah.
And, true.
Yeah.
Very
so,
true.
I don't know, maybe we're going back a ways. Rising cost of health care. Even though we do have Medicare and stuff, we still have to have some kind of supplemental.
Have to.
And that goes up every single year.
Every year?
Yep. And prescriptions.
Yep.
Those things keep going up. Okay, AI and automation. I talked about that just a little bit. And, what I was thinking about on this one was not only is AI replacing people in the workplace, but those of us who aren't used to it are having to deal with AI representatives.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I want to talk to a human person, and it's going to get harder and harder to do that.
That's so true. I hadn't thought of it in that way. I hadn't even thought about that. Crap.
I know it.
Jeez.
I know. And the thing is, that I guess the one good thing about it is AI doesn't judge you, and they're infinitely patient. And
you don't think they're going to say, I said press
that's
one.
Right.
Press the one.
Can you see in their little room where they're all working and the steam starts coming off the top of their little heads?
And then when you hang up, they all get together. I told the woman to press 1. She wouldn't listen.
These damn humans. What are we going to do with them?
We'll just fix it and tell them later what we did.
And okay, here's one that I hadn't really thought of was climate change and natural disasters.
Oh.
I kind of like this little quote here. It says, as you age, unpredictability becomes a lot more scary.
Oh, absolutely.
If, I don't have a plan for that.
Well, travel. You and I've done a couple on travel and
Yes.
how scary that is anymore because you don't know what to do when it doesn't go like it's supposed to.
Yeah,
And weather's gotten more severe.
it has. You'd think of, and luckily we're right here. We're very close. We can get to each other if we need.
Yes.
But I think of Scott and Barb out there on the farm.
Yeah.
And there have been times where they have such severe winter weather that they're cut off.
Yeah.
They don't have electricity. They
Can't get anywhere.
They can't get anywhere on their roads. Yeah.
And a lot of older people don't necessarily have anybody around.
Exactly.
So if something should happen, and they're really alone.
They really are. Okay, I'm going to skip a couple of these because I thought a couple of these others were fun too. That did those. Where's my other page, Sue? Oh, there it is. Okay. Trying to figure out papers front and back. I'm just going to go through these real quick. Quality of modern entertainment. It's all violence and sex and blah, that people of our age don't necessarily.
Yeah, we need,
Yeah. Declining physical mobility, safety, crime, all the scams that are out there.
Oh, God, yeah.
Memory loss, cognitive decline, loss of independence, loss of privacy, and security with all the data breaches and identity theft.
Oh, sure.
And then here's one of those, I don't know if it's a selfish one or not, but one of the reasons, too, that I would have a hard time in a nursing home is that loss of my privacy.
Yeah.
If I can't have my own room, and I know I won't because I won't be able to afford it.
Yeah.
After living alone for all this time.
All that time.
And then losing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
We gotta
here's some.
skip that one, too.
Yeah. Here's some not so valid complaints, more funny ones.
Okay, good.
That
We
when
need-
I was younger, and
We need those.
Yeah, older people complaining about tattoos.
Oh,
Everybody's got a tattoo. What do you need that darn tattoo for? Do you know what that's gonna? Yeah.
oh, what it's going to look like. Oh, God. I would I wouldn't mind seeing an older person's tattoos just
To see how far they've sunk.
yeah, what does it do? Kind of like you got tears coming down the eyes of Mother Teresa because your skin is sagging.
Did you open that one that I sent you? It says my new favorite tattoo. And I know not all of you can relate, but some of you, do you have that flappy thing that hangs down under your arm?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a picture of a girl on a swing. It's got flowers and everything. And then they wobble that little fat thing and the swing goes back and forth. So some would be okay. Oh, no, nobody calls anymore. They just text. And I'd rather text than call.
I would too.
Nobody knows how to cook anymore. People don't know how to dress in public. Oh, people are always on their phones, yeah. Nobody respects their elders anymore. Nobody wants to work hard anymore. People never carry cash.
Oh, gosh, that's for sure.
Yeah. And I don't know.
I couldn't
some...
give away cash in the airport in Portland.
Yeah.
Went to get a cup of coffee, tried to
$10.
hand her money,
Yeah.
and she said, I'm sorry, but it's messed up. I can't take coffee. Or I can't take money.
Take cash, yeah.
Can't take cash. Okay. And all I had was a 20.
Yeah.
And then the little screen didn't show me to tip her all I had was a 20 anyway. And then we were in Chicago airport and same thing. I went to hand cash, got a couple bottles of water or something. She said, I'm sorry, it's card only. Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody knows how to count change
That's
anymore.
what it is.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Okay, nobody knows how to write in cursive.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that is true.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing that certain school districts across the nation are bringing back cursive. But okay, and here's a good one too. People are way too easily offended nowadays.
Oh.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, that's a list of, and what was I going to subtitle this? Not bitching, just saying.
Just saying. That's what you were doing. That's what
right.
it was. Okay.
Yeah. So lots of things that we as boomers complain about, and most of them are valid. They're things to worry about or think about or
absolutely
whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay, one thing we don't have to worry about is what we're having for dinner tonight, and that is
we are having hot wings on the grill.
Oh yes, yep. Tim makes a good wing.
He does, and then
left wing, right wing. They're all good.
At our house, you can eat any wing you
That's
want.
Right.
We accept all wings at our table. Okay, so Dylan Rayola, we saw you in the airport. Don't know where you were going, but we weren't going to bug you.
Yeah,
because you were watching film.
That's right, and you played a good game on Saturday.
And you played a good game.
And we are waiting to see how they will do against I don't want to say. Well,
it's the toughest one we've met
team.
so far.
Yeah,
yes. So
Nebraska volleyball is still doing amazing.
Yep.
If you don't watch them, give it a shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we're home this weekend, so you can come over and watch the game.
Oh, good.
Yay! Finally, we're home.
We're home. But then you're gone the next weekend.
Yeah,
right?
We are. God.
Well.
You know,
Yep.
We're happy. It's one of those double-edged, I'm so happy we're able to go.
Yes.
But man, we have gone this summer.
Yeah.
We've gone.
Yes.
So.
Every
other week.
That's right. That's true. That's true. Okay.
Woo.
So, takeaways. I share a lot of these concerns, and you just have to roll with it.
Bottom line is you got to roll with it. Mm-hmm. We keep saying retirement, you got to work at it.
That's right. That's right.
There
exactly
you go.
Right. Okay.
That's it. Oh, wait, I got to do my thing.
Yes, you do.
Okay, we upload to Podbean, but you can listen to us anywhere. You just need to go to your favorite podcast app and type in Unavoidable, Adventures in Aging, and you'll see a beautiful picture of Sue and I, and that is us. We upload every Friday with a new podcast, so do that. If you want to get a hold of us, don't hesitate to send us an email. You can't send us a letter. You got to send us an email, and that's at unavoidableaging@gmail.com.
Right.
All one long thing, unavoidableaging@gmail.com. Don't forget when you're on there to subscribe, follow, and share us with your friends.
Do that. I have to let everybody know Shan did that without her cheat sheet today.
I can't find it.
I know, but
It's
I
got me
can't
kind of
do-
worried, but we'll find it.
But you
one of
know
these
it.
days. Okay,
But
good.
Notice how I
Whew.
still have mine.
You
my
have
2
your
lines.
cheat sheet, yeah.
Enjoy your life. Laugh at yourself. And remember, you are
Not knucking butts. You're just aging. Goodbye,
Okay.
everyone.
Goodbye. See you next week.